In the previous video, we have studied that how can we graph the exponential functions and what are the exponential functions, how can we determine the growth or the decay in an exponential function. Now, in this video, we will see questions like determine which function has the greater rate of growth. Okay, so in order to solve such question, focus on the b value. Okay, so here the b value in the first one, 3 to the power of x, a is 2 whereas b is 3, and in the second function g of x the b is 2. So since the 3 is greater than the 2, so this must have the greater growth rate. What does it mean? It means wherever, if in order to compare the two functions, look at the value of the b, the greater the value of the b, the higher the rate of the growth of the function. Now look at the second question. Here, ignore whatever you have, whatever the value of the a is, you have to focus on the value of the b. So here you can see that the b value is 1.05, and in the second function g of x, the b value is 1.08. 1.0 is it higher than the 1.05, so the function g of x has a greater rate of growth. So you have to focus on the b. The higher the value of the b, the greater the rate of the growth. In the second question, they are asking you determine which function has the lesser decay rate. Now, here have a look over here. It's 1 over 3. Okay, so 1 is dividing by the 3. 1 is divided by the 3. So the b value actually is 1 over 3. Okay, try to understand. Here the b value is 1 divided by 2. That is 1 over 2, right? Now look at this. Whatever the value of the x you will write, in this case, the value will be divided by the 3. And whatever the value you are writing in the other case, the value will be divided only by the 2. So think logically, the value which will be divided by the half, okay, will have the lesser decay rate. So 6 divided by 2, you will get what? You will get 3. Whereas the 6 divided by 3, you will get the value of 2. Which means, which has a lesser decay rate? The lesser the value of the denominator, the lesser will be the decay rate. So half is 0.5 and 1.3 is 0.3, which means the bigger the value of the b, lesser the decay rate. So if the b value is bigger, okay, the b value is bigger, you will have the lesser decay rate. So here 0.85 and 0.90. The bigger value of the b, the lesser decay rate, which means 0.90. This value will have a lesser decay rate. Now, how can we interpret the real life into the exponential form? So for that reason, you must memorize the two formulas and the one basic formula, that is f of x, to write the equation, or you can write it as y equals to a. As we know, it is the initial value, but if something is increasing or decreasing with some rate, with some percent, with some factor rate, with some percentage, then you have to use the formula 1 If it is increasing, you put the plus. If it is decreasing, you put the negative sign. And r over 100, because r is always be given in the percent form. So r divided by 100 to the power of x, or the value of t. So what is x? It is how something is growing, decreasing or increasing over the interval of time, whereas r is the rate of growth or rate of decay, and a is the initial value. So let's suppose you are going in a bank, okay? You want to deposit about $25,000, okay? So this is the initial value which you have in your pocket, and the bank says according to the bank interest rate, your value will be increased by 3%. So it will be increase. Okay, the interest rate you will get on that 25,000 over the interval of the time will be 3%. So what does it mean? It means R is 3, not percent. Okay, R is 3 because R has to be divided by the 100 in order to convert the percent into the value, and A is the 2500. Let's try to interpret. So what is the A? First of all, whenever in any kind of the question, some percentage is written, it means the growth or the decay rate is given in form of percent, then you have only one formula, that is 1 A. 1 plus or minus, I will decide later on, R over 100 whole to the power of x or t. Okay, now start reading the question and try to find out where is my A. So first of all, I don't know what the question is asking. I will check. Jackson invests 12,000. So what is 12,000? It is the value of A. In a saving plan that offers 3% in annual interest. Annual interest, it means you will get it. You will get it, it means plus. 3% means 3 over 100. They are asking you what is the value of R. So the value of R, either write 3% or write 3 over 100. What is the value of A? So the value of A is 12,000, which is initial amount. So is it the exponential growth, or how does the exponential growth function models the Jackson investment? Now this growth, it means you have to use the plus sign. So how do you write? You write y equal, in place of A, initial value, that is 12,000. You write 1, since it is growth, so you write the plus. What is the R? R is 3 divided by 100 whole to the power of x. How much will Jackson's investment be worth after 5 years? Which means just replace the x by 5 and then put it in the calculator to get your final answer. Let me check. You also check your answer and compare with my answer. So we will write all this in the calculator, and our answer is 1391.128, and it is given in the, you have to write your answer in dollars. Let's practice few more questions. Here the original range of a painting is 1200. So original painting, the initial painting, so the value is A. 6%. It means the R is given as 6%, which means 6 divided by 100. Write an exponential growth function. Growth function means you have to choose the plus sign in the formula. Then find the value of the painting after 15 years, that is your x value. But first of all, write the equation. So y equals to, what is the actual equation? A, 1 plus r over 100, y plus, because it is a growth function, whole to the power of x. So first only replace the a by the 1200 and replace the r. That is 1 plus, what is r? R is our 6 over 100 and whole to the power of x. You can even, if you want, then you can write this in the calculator also. You will get 1.06 and then power of x. Now replace the x. They are saying in the second part that replace the x by 15 because the time is 6:15. Write in the calculator and get your answer. That means 1200 times 1.06 whole to the power of 15. So the answer is 2875.87 if you just round off. Next question. An Apple store opened in 2018. So this is the time period. It's not the initial value, it's the year. And consumer downloaded 1 million apps. The 1 million apps. The owner of the app store predicts that the number of app downloads in millions will increase. Increase means plus at a rate of about 30%. So the R is 30%, 30 over 100. Use x equals to 0 to represent the 2018 year. What x value represent the year of 2028? So if 2018 is 0 value, so 2028 will be, of course, how many years past? 28 years past, right? So what would be the value? So you can see 2028, 2018. So if you subtract, so how many years pass? 10 years pass, right? So it will be 10 years. Write an exponential growth function. So we can say y equals to a. Either write the 1 million or you can choose 1 as the million. So you need the answer in the million. So keep it as 1, no issue. And you want to put the 5 zeros, no problem. Then 1, it's a growth function, plus r is 30%, which means 30 over 100 whole to the power of x. Okay, y equals to 1.30, 1.30 and whole to the power of x. Use a calculator to estimate the number of the apps downloaded in the year of 2028, which means that the replace x by 10 and use the calculator, get the answer. Is an exponential growth function a reasonable model for this situation? Yes, it is reasonable. The reason is that the downloaded apps are increasing by a rate of 30%. So whenever any question is given in terms of the person and they are continuously increasing, we have to show the answer in the form of exponential function. Next question is, the first year of charity walks event had an attendance of 500. So the A value is 500. The sentence y increases. Increases means plus by 5% each year. Write an exponential growth function. So we have to write y equals to a 1 plus r over 100 whole to the power of x. So our a value, it's given as the 500. 1 plus, what is the r? It's the 5 divided by 100 and times x. Now change the 1 plus 5 over 100 by using the calculator. It will gives us 1.05. So 1.05 whole to the power of x. The population of this small town was 3,600 in 2005. The population increases by 4% annually. Write an exponential growth of the function to represent this situation. So next question saying that the initial population was 3600 and they are keep increasing, which means we will use the plus sign, and the R by a rate of 4%. So to change the percent into the value, we divide by the 100 and the power is x. So we will get y equals to 3600 1.04 whole to the power of x. Next question. Your starting salary your starting salary at a new company is $34,000. So the initial value A is 34,000. Is increasing by a rate of 2.5%. It means 2.5 divided by 100. Write an exponential growth function, which means you will use the plus sign. So y equals to A is 34,000. 1 plus R is 2.5 divided by 100 and then to the power of x. Your bank offers a saving plan of 2.5% annual interest. So what is R? R is 2.5 divided by 100. You have a dollar 1,000 initially to invest. So this is our A. So first of all, rather than looking at the options, write your own equation. So y equals to A is 1,000 times 1 plus 2.5 over 100 whole to the power of x. So 2.5 divided by 100, remember 1, if you write this 1 plus 2.5 divided by 100 in the calculator, you will get 1.025. So where is 1.025 to the power of x is over here. Choose the statement that describes the characteristic of the graph. Okay, 4 times 3 to the power of x. So 4 is our initial value, 3 with which the rate is increasing. Okay, and we know that in this case the y-intercept will be 4, right? And y-intercept means x equals to 0. It means 0, 4. So these are the things which we know. And another thing we know that this is the growth function, which means that something that the functions is increasing. We know, and now all the characteristics are in front of us and we will see what is matching with our knowledge. The graph includes the point 0.03. No, it includes 0.4. As x increases, the graph decreases. No, it is the growth function. As x increases, the graph also increases. So they are wrong. As x decreases, the graph increases. No, in the exponential function, the x increases, the graph increases, or the x increases, the graph decreases. Okay, the graph has a y-intercept of 0.4. Yes, this is absolutely right.